Shalom, welcome to Kabbalah Academy. Today is time for the letter Kaf, which in English is a C. Carry or cover, mainly carry. And next, when we arrive at the Shin, you'll see that the combination is about lights covered, right? Covering lights, lights covering solids, but that's for another lesson. You'll see a couple of examples of carrying and covering in this particular video. So let's begin. The first example I want to share is Kaf-Fe, right? Pronounced Kaf. In Hebrew, it means spoon. It's to carry to the mouth because Fe is mouth. What do you carry to the mouth? Well, usually liquids or solids, right? So that speaks for itself, the word. Other examples are Mem Kaf Shin, right? The earth carries fire. Think of lava, right? The core. Core is a sea. So the core of the earth carries fire, heat, lava, right? The other way around works just the same. And you could say then it covers, like the fire, the heat is covered by earth, right? Speaks about the same situation, but from another angle, so to say. A Portuguese word is comer, to eat. Kaf, mem, reis. This is actually for the end of a word, but in this structure it works. You can also say, because this permutation is water, so to carry water to the forms, and the forms, but to carry solids to the forms, comer, right? The forms are in the gufa. If you take it to the physicality, then it's the gufa, right? So you put something in your mouth, whether that be liquids or solids, and it goes into your body, the forms, the gufa. So another example is Zayin, Kaf, Shin, a weapon that carries fire. Think of Kaf, Si, catapult. With in the ancient days, they used to throw all kinds of fiery objects, right, with a catapult. Another interesting example is zakar, right? It's a male. You have also kol zakar, right? All the males. But it's not only male, because male is also bestowal, right? It's yisod. So if you look at it, this could be an instrument or a weapon, right? Carrying forms. Now, what does this mean? This could mean like Yisod, the male, transmits into Malchut, the female, and the union is overshadowed by Tselem from above, right? The forms, Mochin, are carried into manifestation by the seed, right? So, yeah, the anchor for this is found in the Zohar passages, right? On male, female as the supernal image, where Yisod feeds Malchut, so to say, and Tselem over the union, right? So I found that an interesting fact here. Then we'll go to Tzadi Kaf Shin, a pillar that carries fire. Kaf Si, candle. Candle is a pillar that carries fire, right? You can also think of Exodus 13, where Hashem went before them by night in a pillar of light, right? Light, fire, Shin, it's the same. So it's like, this is like or Aleph, Vav, Resh, little bit more from the right, so to say, in this crown jewel. So what else have we got? Let's take a look at the album cipher. Some interesting things there also. Now you can see in the album cipher, the kaf sits in the socket of Malchus, right? This is the Ilan Pnei, right, of the face. And this is then of the Guf, right, the Gufa, Ilana Gufa. So you have also fronts and backs, but we'll stay with this because the whole tree of the face sits in the Keter of the Gufa, okay? So now you can see that the tree of the face is carried upon the gufa. The head is on the gufa. Okay? Keep that in mind. I'll show you something else in this line of thinking. I just found this one. Al Shechem. Shechem is shoulder, right? And Al is upon the shoulder. So what is upon the shoulder? Everything you want to, at least what you can carry. But what really sits always on the shoulder, hopefully, is your head, right? This is the Rosh. So the next permutation thereof is Al Shechmi, my, upon my shoulder. Okay, why do I make this permutation? Because Shechmi values 370. 300, 20, 40, and 10 is 370. Why do I say this? There's many allusions, many teachings. I'll show you one of them in both Sefer Yirah 10, the Book of Dragons, as well as Likkutei Yirah, revealed Torah of Mashiach, and Likkutei Yirah 9. There's teachings about this 370. It's about 370 lights of Arichampin, but also here, and we'll not dive into the matter too deep, but you can see it reads about the 370 lights of Ima and of Abba. And the sum is made of, what was it again? It was 41 times 9. And 41 is the ordinal value of Elohim, because Elohim, as of all these matters, referred to the secret of Ima. This is important to remember for what we're going to look at in a bit. One more page, I want to show you a hint here. Let me see where it is. Yeah, here it is. The 41 times 9 is 370. Now, I made somewhere a note that it was, yes, here it is. The soul refers to Ima as this was all in the mystery of Ibur. Remember this for what we're going to look at now, which are the Miluim and the expansions of the letter Kaf. So because the Kaf carry, you know, when a woman carries, she carries not only baby, she carries lights of Elohim. So, yes, a pregnancy is to carry also. So it's the first Kaf, the first expansion, right, Milui. The second expansion starts to get very interesting because Kaf Fe Fe He is 185, which is the Milui of El, okay? Plus 50 ordinal, because this is the Gematria thereof, this is the ordinal value thereof, and this is the Katan thereof. If you sum total it, you get 258, which is 3 times 86, Elohim. Hold on to this. I'll show you in a bit how it all comes together. Then the triangular expansion of the Milui, Kaf, Kaf-Fe, Kaf-Fe, Fe-He, is 305 in the Gematria, 89 in the ordinal, plus 35 Katan. It's a total of 429, which is the Inkolel 430, which is 5 times 86 Elohim. Has to do with the Gevurot. But that's for a whole other class. So Kaf carries lights, right? Pregnancy is to carry. This is why I emphasize this. And now I want to take you all to Likkutei Yirah 10. No, sorry, the Torah of Messiah. Yes. Because in a nutshell, we just had the figures, right? Which are 9 months. 86 times 3 is about 9 months, right? So we see here the Netzach, Hoid, and Yesoid of Ima, right? The Malchus inside Bina. The Netzach, Hoid, Yesoid is where the lights of Ima, they develop the Chochmah Bina Das of the baby. Okay? So 3 months for each. That's 86 times 3, 258, roughly 9 months. Okay? Here you see it in a tenfold, but that's for another Ibor level. Okay? So let's take a look at the next page, because we still have the nefesh. Here it is, nefesh 430. Why? Because the baby descends, right? It gets born into the malchut, right? And malchut is connected to nefesh. You have nefesh, ruach, neshama chaya, yechida, and this is from down upwards. So asiya, yetzira, beria, atzilut, anukatma, and so on. So this was, yes, definitely the Kaf showing us that to carry a great part thereof is, of course, the feminine aspect of receiving and carrying. So, yes, I hope you found this helpful, and see you at the next video. And as my teacher Yirah always says, Shalom and Salam.